Hello, young man. I'm glad you're here to listen to my story about how I overcame my perfectionism and anxiety to become the hero I am today. You see, being a hero isn't just about having superpowers or a fancy suit. It's about being human and facing your fears and imperfections head on. I've been in your shoes, struggling with the weight of expectation and the fear of making mistakes, but I've learned that it's precisely those imperfections and mistakes that make us stronger and wiser. As a young man, I was consumed by a desire for perfection. I wanted to be the best at everything I did, whether it was martial arts, detective work, or simply being a good son to my parents. I was so focused on achieving perfection that I would often become paralyzed by fear of failure. I would spend hours, even days, agonizing over every little detail, making sure that everything was just right, but in doing so, I was sacrificing my own happiness and well-being. It wasn't until I had a bit of a wake-up call, a moment of clarity, that I realized that my perfectionism was actually holding me back. I was so afraid of making mistakes that I wasn't taking any risks. I wasn't trying new things, and I wasn't living life to the fullest. I was stuck in a rut, and I didn't know how to get out, but then something changed. I realized that I wasn't alone in my struggles. I had a team of people around me, people who cared about me and wanted to help me. I had Alfred, my trusted butler and confidant, who would often offer me words of wisdom and guidance. I had Commissioner Gordon, who would push me to be my best self, even when I didn't think I could do it. And I had Robin, my young protege, who would remind me of the importance of having fun and not taking myself too seriously. With their help, I began to see that perfection wasn't the goal. The goal was to be the best version of myself, imperfections and all. I started to take risks, to try new things, and to learn from my mistakes. I realized that mistakes aren't failures, but rather opportunities for growth and learning. And I learned to be kinder to myself, to forgive myself when I made mistakes, and to not be too hard on myself. It wasn't easy, of course. It wasn't easy. There were still times when my perfectionism would creep back in, when I would feel like I was failing or that I wasn't good enough. But I had learned to recognize those feelings, to acknowledge them and to push through them. I had learned to be more compassionate with myself, to be more understanding, and to be more patient. And that's what I want to pass on to you, my young friend. I want you to know that you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have all the answers, and you don't have to be afraid of making mistakes. You can take risks, you can try new things, and you can learn from your mistakes. You can be kinder to yourself, you can forgive yourself, and you can be more patient with yourself. It's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to ask for help. Don't be afraid to reach out to your friends, your family, or a professional if you're struggling with perfectionism or anxiety. Remember that you're not alone, and that there are people who care about you and want to help you. And most importantly, remember that you are enough. Just as you are in this moment, you are enough. You don't have to be perfect, you don't have to be better, and you don't have to be more. You are enough, and that's all that matters. So, my young friend, I hope you can learn from my story. I hope you can see that perfectionism and anxiety don't have to hold you back. I hope you can learn to be kinder to yourself, to forgive yourself, and to be more patient with yourself. And I hope you can remember that you are enough, just as you are. Don't be afraid to take risks, to try new things, and to learn from your mistakes. Don't be afraid to ask for help, and don't be afraid to be yourself. You are unique, you are special, and you are enough. And if you are enough, ever find yourself struggling with perfectionism or anxiety, just remember that you're not alone. There are people who care about you, who want to help you, and who want to support you. You can get through this, and you can come out stronger on the other side. So, my young friend, I want to leave you with a quote from one of my favorite authors, who once said, "The biggest risk is not taking any risk." Don't be afraid to take risks, to try new things, and to learn from your mistakes. Don't be afraid to be yourself, to be imperfect, and to be human. And always remember, you are enough. Just as you are. In this moment, you are enough. You don't have to be perfect, you don't have to be better, and you don't have to be more. You are enough, and that's all that matters. And if you feel this talk helpful, don't forget like and subscribe. And if you want to be a more grateful person, you can donate on the Patreon account. Link on description. See you soon, friend.